Welcome back, everyone. This should be a short and sweet video, kind of like the lad himself. This is Transformers Generation 1's Cosmos, released in 1985. It's actually based on a UFO, but based on the Japanese version of a UFO, kind of like Prowl, the police car version of Prowl is based on the Japanese version of a police car. I mean, just as a side note, I really like that version of a police car. Looks kind of cool. Anyway, Cosmos is a UFO, obviously, with a bit of junk in the trunk. Still released at the time when they had the Rob signs, and hopefully 41 years later it still works. Hang on, just warm my finger up. I don't know if you can see it there a little bit. Friend or foe? There you go, I don't know if you can see it a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit, that'll count. So, appeared in the cartoon second season and a couple of episodes in the third season. If you take this thing literally, how did the Idento computer make an image for him? So I'm just going to stop wobbling along. So his little head there, remarkable that it still stays up straight, often doesn't. His arms will just bend down like that. It looks pretty cool as a UFO, and it's got wheels on it in case you want to, if he gets tired of flying around the cosmos. No pun intended. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. It's obviously a Japanese version of a UFO, but the color scheme, green. I don't really know why. Good condition for its age. The stickers, almost looks brand new. And he finally, I'd say, out of the Titans Return Cosmos and the Legacy Cosmos, I'd got to go with Legacy Cosmos, even though he's got that racing flag, which, best of my knowledge, why do they need that? I can't remember back to the original comics when he had that. You can see his 3 fingers are the rocket boosters. I think they said that Power Glide only has 4 fingers, but no one's ever noted that he's only got 3 fingers. But in the animation, he's got regular hands. So I'm going to stop waffling along. That should click into place properly. Yeah, there were a lot of mini bots in the first couple of years. I think they were more or less like a cheap alternative. So I want a Transformer. Yeah, well, we can have this instead. Because the bigger they are, the more expensive they are. I just recently purchased Generations Selects Black Zarak, which wasn't cheap. And although he's a remold of Scorponok, I already want the Scorponok. But again, I digress. So, unfortunately, he's got baggage in the back. I don't know if you could see. There you go. Based on pre-existing toys at the beginning, Takara 1984 Japan, as is the most case. Its head will just stand up like that. But yeah, he doesn't really. I guess you got to get him the right way to balance. But he's got a lot of junk in the trunk, unfortunately. Mostly a season 2 character, but appeared in a couple of episodes in season 3. Best of my knowledge, it was one of the episodes of 5 Faces of Darkness and Grimlock's New Brain. I think that might have been it for him. When he careened out of control with Skylinks. So that was it for him. More life in the comics. I mean, most of them always do. But from what I remember, Six Shot never had any appearances in the comics, which was criminal, Six Shot's badass. But this is where I end it. So you are looking at Transformers Generation 1's well, actually, I should mention the voice actor Michael McConaughey, who also voiced Trax, based this voice on Hollywood actor from the Golden Age, more or less, Peter Lorre, or Peter Lorre. I think it's Peter Lorre to pronounce it. Peter Lorre. He should have talked like this, And imagine putting it for a vocoder, and then you get Cosmos. That was a terrible impression. Films like The Maltese Falcon, I think. And if you want to really just get a cheap version of what he sounds like, watch the Simpsons episode Homer's kidney transplant or something like that, where there's like a ship of lost souls, and one of the characters is exactly like a takeoff of Peter Lorre, or sounds like this, Mr. Dinkley. Yeah, don't unsubscribe from that, please, 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 please. Not totally weird. Well, I am, but anyway, aside from that, this is Transformers Generation 1's Cosmos. Hit that like and subscribe button. Please don't be put off by my Peter Lorre impression, and thank you for watching.